What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Cybernite's Flashpoint. We bring you from outside a mission the fact that, for me, yesterday, they added I wouldn't say conclusion, but they added the next step of the opening storyline where you take your loan from Octane, you run loophole heist, you help her try to get to the top of her faction, and when this run started, there was a fork in the road where you could identify, can you contact Ghoul, who's the other Syndicate operative she's running up against, or do you want to try to find the remaining squad mate from the Cybernite who died? And thankfully, I picked the one that was at least on the save. Do you want to pick up the trail of the sniper from the Cybernite who died? And so I did play through this myself yesterday on a different save, one that wasn't part of a Let's Play, because I wanted to see what all the content was. I do not yet have a save from where all these options are open, and so at some point I will do that. Technically, this means this is a very slight sequence break, because this would have been available maybe from even before Haven Smokeout itself. It could have been like power level 1 run this mission. That might have been possible. I'd have to actually again start a new save to know for sure, but they've unpaused the storyline, and so we can do stuff here. So as mentioned here, it might feel out of place, but let's go. So we did technically see some of the stuff before. The sniper dodged the TPK, hiding down in Fenian territory. She's hired someone to watch her 6. Yeah, so this is where it was before. Right, the secrets of the Quantum Rider, prep pulling back the curtain of some of Octane's lies. And of course, instead of it being a pause, you get a new job called High Street, ready to be planned in the Command HQ. So we are power level 2.6. Again, normally we do this a little bit earlier. She's offering a bodyguard mission for us. We've got Sibling Breakout in tow. Now, what's worth noting, by the way, is that I am kind of risking this mission being failed. Field Ops Center won't have another token for 3 days 18. So technically I can push this mission back by 2 days because it will have a token in time. That's good. Assuming I can get this building upgrade. I keep zooming in and out. Yeah. It's going to be level 2, so it can go back by 3 days. You can push this to 9 days out. Depending on how severely I get injured, if at all, that might make this uncompletable, because this mission itself requires... if we check, it requires Cybernite and my hacker here. So, hey, by the way, those guys are both required. Anyway, worth noting that we have a mission, ready to be planned out here. We are building level 3 barracks, which is nice. And so we've got High Street here. So High Street is, go meet the, go try to meet the sniper here. The sniper, Rhino, survived the death of their entire squad and the Cybernite who owned by Quantum Rider before me. Mercs the best chance at learning about my predecessor, the mysterious Cybernite who went by the codename Burner. Rhino has hired local muscle for protection, and that will complicate our attempts of a friendly chat. So, this is the mission itself. Now, worth noting that I probably don't want to run my sniper here. If we look at his merc profile, and we look at his talents, none of them are useful in a mission that has no hacking available. So, obviously, we shouldn't be doing that. So, I have Centaur the Vanguard, or Sparklight the Soldier Sniper. If I look at what he's got overall, worth noting that... he ignores some recoil. Cool. He's good at close quarters weapons, so theoretically this bull assault rifle would be kind of nice for him overall. But we look at his talents, and he's basically just, a multi-class sniper, right? He's got kind of that stuff going on here. We have some spare talent points. That's kind of cool. But yeah, we're going to run our Cybernite here with the Street Dragon. We should probably take off the silencer. In fact, one thing worth noting is we probably actually want to go into these revolvers here as well. So the question is, let's go sort by gear level real quick so we can, sort appropriately. Here's the sister that we'll hire at some point whenever there's time. Yeah, here's my gunslinger who's got this stuff here. I'm trying to make sure we get the right guns on the right people. And what that means is my sniper who's got, single shot tools here should have at least one of the revolvers. That'll be useful here. My Sparklight, who I guess technically if we look at his talents, he does have Deathwatch. He should have one of these as well. And of course he does. Let's put the optic on that. So that's good to go. This is good to go. I think it is better to replace this assault rifle with one of the good ARs. So my hacker here, I think we're going to... yeah, let's have just unequip you entirely. Let's unequip the assault rifle. He's not going on the mission, as we already know. And then I'm pretty sure it is correct to use this... well, I guess, to be fair, they're both level 1 assault rifles. I didn't actually buy a level 2 here. I might be doing it now, considering... the sort of pressure I'm under. This, from my recollection, this mission is actually rather difficult, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and buy my 4th Street Dragon. It's going to cost me a pretty penny, but I actually think I need it. At that point, the Street Dragon is clearly better, so we're going to have this come in. I didn't take the mod off, so let me go here, remove the mod. There we go. Attach to the optic. All right, so what do we have here? Well, we've got the core 4, right? Again, you're not going to the mission. My Cyber Knight has a street... Right, they all have a Street Dragon with a scope on it. Okay, that's good. We've got the 2 who are sniper multiclassed, having this. And then my Gunslinger, what I'm explicitly going to do here for him is... I obviously got to get rid of the silencer here, but because he has pure damage upgrade as part of his base kit, we'll leave him with the pistol without pure damage. And here, we'll actually grab the other revolver that does have it. And so my entire squad has Street Dragons and pistols, all of which have scopes. No one's got a silencer, because of course not, they're using revolvers. Of course, I have talent points I can spend here on my Sniper and my Sniper Soldier multiclass, so let's go ahead and do that. Of course, my Pure Sniper, he is done with JTAC, because the duration talents aren't worth it and also are a little bit bugged. Same for Strike Zone, so he can actually start moving into something else. So the question is, where do I want to go? Because I've got a revolver but nothing else. So going into hit streak seems kind of weird. Going into this stuff seems okay, right? Going into quiet kill and then either pathing around the top side through nest and like through here and coming down, or pathing up this way into fleeting. But these are all actually relatively useful, even if you're not using a sniper rifle. The alternative here is to go into soldier. And if I inspect it, I can just simply say, grab some Overwatch, grab Iron Grip, grab marker sights. I think I will do that. I think that is actually correct here. The question is, yeah, with my 2 talents, what am I going for? I think marker sights accuracy is nice, but keep in mind we already have accuracy from JTAC Strike Zone. So I'm leaning pretty heavily towards Iron Grip to get pure damage upgrade and recoil. So I'm going to go this way. And then I will probably move him into Savagery Recoup. I'm probably not going to go Coordinated Charge, although we'll see. I've got the option open, of course. So that's him done for now. For the Soldier Sniper, who's basically a sniper, I want to get the rest of the juice here, so I can get cooldown and Strike Zone, or I can go... The thing is, I actually can't get everything that I want, so I can just go cooldown, instead of going into the Soldier talents. I think cooldown is actually appropriate here. I would long-term go this way, but I think this is actually fine. Just to grab these, and then at level 4, I get 2 points there. At level 5, I get 1 point there. And then I can, you know, follow the same trail. So, yeah, I've got 4 kitted out combatants. This is still the no consumables challenge. If you want to check the difficulty mods, it's also in the description, but basically power level plus 2 times 1.25, but then giving monsters a lot more health in order to kind of compensate for the fact that Chrome, we're not doing quite as much PL post as Chrome, but putting the health where it would be otherwise. Alrighty, that puts us on the mission. We've got a live wire negotiation. Our 4 mercs to deploy are these 4. We've got no other talent points available. Worth noting that I chose to go for Steamroll when I could have gone for Atomic Stutter, so doing this kind of talent instead. Decent duration for move speed and damage, ballistic kinetic damage. Anyway, that's going to be the squad. We're ready to go. Let's get it. I knew someone would come for me eventually. Didn't realize it's in a Cyber Knight. Did Octon or Ghoul send you? Hey, let's not make this a mess. Let's talk to you about Burner. Hey, we're not here to assassinate you, okay? We have questions, you have answers. Alright, so, Rhino's willing to keep talking. If we attack her, we will lose our chance to talk. Be careful with full-out grenades. If she takes any damage, we will lose that chance, and then she will just try to kill us. In the meantime, we have to fight off the Fenian. Takes the shot. As far as I can tell, this is hard-coded to miss. I've had this be around 60% a lot, and it's always ended up as a miss. So, worth noting that there are a lot of guards, right? 2 of them are guard captains, which that's tough because that means they are, or grunt captains, which makes them quite tanky, of course, which is a difficulty. Overall, the mission is power level 6, which is, you know, relatively high up. We've got 2 guys way back here as well, which is pretty scary. So we're flanked, right? We're flanked on the right. We're flanked from behind. This at least counts as half cover, which is 25 accuracy. Not the best, but at least it's something. Obviously don't want to shoot the sniper. We want to talk her down if we can. These things fully block vision, but of course they're all going to be able to run forward. And so the kind of question here is, where is our staging area meant to be, right? Like, we can kind of try to find a spot where we're fully hidden and unshootable, and they have to, like, run really far toward us. These vertical pillars count as such, but there's only so many of them, right? One can stand there, one can stand there. This is not going to work. This would work. This would work. Okay, so we have, like, you know, these spots here, and they'll be, you know, reasonable. Problem is, right, you can come down here pretty easily and shoot in from the side. You'll be behind us and shoot us no problem. You'll be behind us, shoot us no problem. So it might be sort of like stand our ground right around here, use the hard cover to at least buy us a turn or so as they advance, and get rid of the guys behind us. If we spend too much time running backwards, right, if we don't have stuns or whatever, we're still open. So I think we do want to attack as soon as we can. And I think it is really just like... And also the other problem is they're so far away, we still have to make, like, decent progress to even get the shot in the first place. Like, if I go here, you know, we're 41 meters away. We're pretty much relying on outrolling them on initiative, which, you know, shouldn't be that bad, but there's just kind of this dance between moving far enough that we can shoot them. And keep in mind, if we, like, fully delay, right, are we getting shot, right? Well, again, if you're 36 meters out, you're going to get to here, then shoot. You're going to get to, like, here, probably you can't shoot. You're going to get to here, and you're going to get to shoot, like, probably no problem. It's like, you know, this spot is reasonable, but the farther down we go, like, if we're here, this guy for sure can, you know, run up and get the shot, right? That's not far to go at all. 28 meters, he can clearly, you know, close that in a turn. Unfortunately, also, this is all rebar, so none of these can be hopped, which makes that a little bit extra awkward, right? We have to kind of, like, get out of cover here. We can, like, kind of fight from here, and it's okay. This is probably not completely unreasonable. That accuracy is probably 3%. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. This is probably full cover, right? Yeah, she's behind, like, full-on boxes, so that's going to be miserable. So we have to go pretty far. Right, is this any better? Yes, this probably still counts as half cover. We'd have to go to, like, you know, here or something to be only obstructed. Yeah, this is pretty crappy. I think we probably are going to fight from around here, at least for the first turn. And, like, my instinct is fight from the left, not from the right, because that way we have two guys who are kind of blocked off. And we'll kind of fight back on this side of the map. Obviously, we could go from the right as well. It's not... doesn't really matter which side we choose, as far as I can tell. Like, these seem quite equivalent, but I guess we're already on the left, so we have to use, you know, fewer action points moving. So let's see. I think we're going to try to get this kill, right? I want to use my buffs, of course. And I really need him to be able to use coordinated charge. The nice thing is this should work out reasonably well. You can safely delay. We're making the call that we're fighting from around here, right? Let's go ahead and throw it on our first J-Tac. He's got 2 charges as it is, so, like, that's quite usable. And if I simply yield, I get behind Raise, which is what I want. I don't think I want to burn Strike Zone on just one unit. I think we can handle that. Part of me really wants to, but I think it's kind of wrong. I'm going to have him burn one. I'm going to let him burn Strike Zone in this because I'm worried this fight's going to be really bad because of the cover. And so I'm going to actually waste one here, even though it's... No, wait, hold on. You have marker sights, don't you, right? Yeah, I'm going to let him use marker sights on this. So I'm going to have him delay as well. Now we get to throw down coordinated charge, which is very, very helpful. And we'll let him lead. It actually would be better to let the Cyber Knight lead, but that initial roll of 20 is going to be really hard to get to, and so it just might not be possible. So let's see. If I go to here, I have marker sights, which is good. It's going to give me a lot of AP to work with. I think this is 7. So what's the base shot look like? Not bad, actually, because we have a lot of buffs on. We have plus 30 from buffs. Yeah, 10 from obstructed, 20 from buffed evasion. I'm going to go ahead and drop this evasion even lower with marker sights. This looks pretty good now. 88 is pretty decent here. If I wanted to, I could Iron Grip. It actually might be correct to Iron Grip. 3-turn cooldown. Nah, I'm going to save it for one more turn. Save the damage amp for later. We get a crit, which is great. So there's one down. Let's see. So if you're going to run at me, how dangerous is it going to be? It looks like actually I can stand here and it's going to be totally functional. I can step out from cover to shoot. Might do it from there even. Does that even step out from cover? Yes. Okay. I'm going to put him here then, which allows him to be covered against this guy. And is a reasonable delay. I think that's actually functional here. I'll leave you where you are. I think... Yeah, I mean, this guy's like fully behind cover, so it's actually not a reasonable shot at all. I think this is functional here. So I think going this far is fine. Let's see, what's the range on this gun right now? This gun is accurate at 28 meters, so I can go like quite far. Like, I can go like this. That's still 26 meters. He's probably obstructed, but nothing worse. And that's going to be, like, really well covered. I think no one can shoot him from there, so... Instead of JTAC should be reasonably accurate. Oh, yeah. Full auto. Might not quite kill, but it's going to look decent still. With a critic, it's close. I'm going to switch to single target here. This way I get 60% glancing hit. That should kill even on a graze. Didn't even graze. That's good. Yeah, so as I said, I think he's safe where he is. I think this guy... Yeah, I mean, I think just doesn't have line of sight, so that's actually very reasonable. Let's get the rest of the team into a good spot. I guess you've got a shot right now, but that range is kind of bad. I could try to cheat up, but I'd rather pull them back instead. So let's see. If I ran like this, is that a good idea or not? I'm thinking no, because I think this is going to be an available shot. So I'll just drop the 2 action points, the 2 movement points, and go to the far side here. Should be safe to this guy as well. Just be kind of cleanly behind this barricade. You're in JTAC. That's great. If I need to throw a new one down, I will. I would like to only use 1 AP if I can help it. Unfortunately, that's not really possible. It's going to make me go from, like, there, which... That's just going to be too much line of sight. I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm going to duck back here instead and say... You're going to fully hide. So the nice thing is the flankers are dead, and we'll let these guys run at us, and we should be relatively covered from it. So, thank you for advancing. I'm not going as far as I want you to, but at least it's a start. Please just spend all your action points running at me in a straight line. Yeah, they're stopping short every time. I don't like that. No, don't do that. Run at me, you idiots. Why are they all taking cover? I don't like that. I don't want you to take cover. I want you to die. Alright, I'm going to delay you further. We can let the rest of these guards still move. I think strike zoning around here is actually functional. So we're going to hit her in it, and then also potentially hit guards as they move forward. Understanding that this is only one of the zones, and I have a second strike zone available at some other point in time. I'm also really tempted to throw a JTAC somewhere like farther up like this. Because I actually think we're going to need it. Maybe I'm wrong, but... And now I'm, like, you know, down another buff. I have to at least keep one of them, you know, relatively free to use, but I have an inkling that I'm going to need it. Because I do want to kill that guard this turn. I have a bunch of AP to spare. Okay, you're running reasonably far forward, which is good. But I do want to bait them into that circle if I can help it. Okay, you're at least running farther. That's good. That's another possible strike zone location, but the cooldown is 3 turns. And yeah, these guys are still not in that circle. You got much closer, that's good news. Alright, at least some of them are doing what I want them to. Then you're pretty much far away, you're going to end up there as well. Initiative roll is actually really good on these guys. 22 is quite high. That's a little scary. I can't really do any more delaying here, so I've got to kind of go for it. Let's see, I don't have a shot right now, but if I spend 1 movement point, I can pretty clearly shoot from inside this buff. So that's going to be the play. This should be relatively accurate. She's got some amount of, like, cover here, but yeah. Plus 33 from all the buffs, and then you're probably just going to die. Huge damage. There's the steamroll buff going, which is nice. So now the question is, can I get a remotely reasonable shot here? The answer is basically no, I can't. I can do like a basic shot there on these guys. But what's my initiative going to be? I mean, my min roll is going to be 16 if I spend those 4 action points. Is that reasonable? Am I willing to take that risk? I guess if I stand from here, I'm actually reasonably well covered, and I'm willing to take that risk. I'm going to be outside of JTAC. I'm going to have like pretty bad recoil, but actually what I can do is tilt the odds in my favor by throwing down look ahead and slowing them down by 2. So yeah, these are not accurate shots. I have a bunch of recoil. They have buffed evasion. 1 and 4. That's fine. I don't mind taking the shot. Yeah, it's going to cost me another, you know, half an AP down the line for the reload, but whatever. Okay, you're just staying back there. That's fine. I got debuff? The thing is infinite range. I mean, that's understandable. I don't really hate that, but damn, that is infinite range. All right, I'm going to put you behind this pillar, which should be reasonable cover here as well. We'll need you to act at the start of next turn. We'll put down... Wow, do I have to really put down a 3rd JTAC buff, or do I actually want to pull them in farther? Part of me is like, I want to pull them in farther, right? And just kind of stay back here and let them come to us. That seems like it's kind of the right choice, to be honest. I don't know why I ran up to here, really. Staying back in some level of cover is fine. Yeah, let's park you here. I expect them to run forward during the next turn. I can't yield any further because you only have, you know, 1 initiative left. I could reload instead of run forward, but I think with 3 shots it's fine. I only have 6 AP next turn anyway, so it's not like I'm going to get, you know, a ton regardless. Excuse me. I think you're fine where you are. So there's 4 initiative rolls. Yeah, you guys are going relatively early. The right-hand side's going relatively early. If I want to shoot from inside of here... Interesting, he won't step out natively from over there. Oh, wait, is this... No, okay, that does... Interesting. Is it because of the... He won't step out because there's a sofa cushion? That should count as reasonably decent cover. He has to step out to shoot some of them. So this actually might be fully protected. There's also a chance that it's not, and this is like one of the open spots, so it's kind of scary. But I can also take like 1 big shot and then loop back out, and it should be reasonable. The other question is, do I want to throw down my second strike zone already this early? I kind of don't. I want to save it for something that's like slightly more inclusive. Ooh, actually, the fact that I'm getting multiple people here makes me really want to try. Like, I want to do this because I can hit so many people. It's kind of greedy, but I actually think it's the right choice. So I get some pretty good damage here. And oh, nice. I'm getting the captain and that guy. I think that's actually appropriate. Oh, I'm actually hitting all 3, which I think is also fine. Because if I crit, I actually kill 1, I think. Let's see. What's my recoil at right now? 9? Okay, I'm going to Iron Grip first then. Get a little bit more damage that way. Yeah, see, if I crit, I get really good damage. And then I'm willing to stay here and just go for regular shots. And so which one do I want to go for? Basically, I have a coin flip to kill the street vendor, or I can kind of damage this captain. He's going really late, so I think killing the vendor is more important. Because that guy actually has like a lot of direct value. We get the coin flip, that's nice. And I've still got some shots left, so like, do I want to go for an Overwatch here? Now the thing is, if I go to Overwatch, I lose a bunch of initiative, which means I'm probably not going ahead of this guy, but I can go ahead of this guy. And so kind of stopping them, like, if you walk in, I'll get you. I actually should be good overall. I think this is fine. I think this is like what it's for. Alright, wait, do I know you? You're a little slow for a Cyber Knight. You're new at this. Wait. Yeah, you dragged his course back to Octane. What did you expect to happen? We got a baby Cyber Knight? Let's become Cyber Knights. Takes a shot. 0% chance. Keeps up appearances, you know. Alrighty, so... Are you safe? Not perfectly, because Gamma is there. And I've already used all... No, I have I used all 3 strike zones? Yeah, or I have 2, right? I've used this one here and this one here. So these guys are not strike zone, but they're also all the weak ones, so I'm not as pressed. These are the stronger ones. So the question I have is, do I have a reasonable angle on marker sights plus full auto? I'd have to go really far up to get a decent shot here. Like, if I go here, I have line of sight and I'm in marker sights range. That seems entirely unreasonable. Another option is to go out somewhere like this. Like, be inside of JTAC. Come out somewhere like this. I'm trying to find a spot where, like, the step out is reasonable. Like that, maybe. And to put this entire area in Overwatch, so that I can just kind of... Like, I'll get 3 shots here. That seems actually very reasonable for shutting these guys down. I think this is actually a good play. Again, I'm not in marker sights range. I don't think I need to Iron Grip, since I don't really have any recoil right now. And so just JTAC plus... I'm going to, like, short it a little bit here, so that I'm not using... Because if we check, right? This gun has a pure max range of 30, but an optimal of 28. And so to, like, maximize accuracy a little bit, we'll short it just a touch. Aim it, like, you know, here. All right, you're running up. You're not terribly dangerous. You are... Oh, he tanked it. Shoot. That means she's going to get to go, and... Am I... Oh, thankfully. Okay, cool. I'm not in danger there. That's actually great for me. Alrighty. It's time to get more stuff done then. Yeah, I've kind of got to break out of cover a decent amount to get all this done. Ooh. Okay, so I can... Yeah. Let's see. So, Gamma's going, but you're in Overwatch. You're going, but you're in Overwatch. You're going, but you're in Overwatch. You're going soon. And, yeah, my sniper ain't going for a long time. So, what I can do is just kind of shoot from here and then duck back behind the wall. My sniper's going to get to go, which is... Or my side gets to go. Not sure it's going to kill. We need to shred armor for this to kill reliably. I would also want my other JTAC buff. But he's not going till initiative 2. So that's looking a little unlikely here. Well, the shots are going to look good at least. No armor shred. We killed one at least. That's something. Going for Deathwatch is maybe real. I am under a decent amount of recoil. The accuracy here is not horrible. It's 70 base. I'm inside of JTAC. He's inside of Strike Zone. The range is 20. I think... Yeah, the fact that he won't step out while standing on the sandbag means I've got to kind of take the lineup from here right now. And so I'm feeling like, let's just throw down Deathwatch with this revolver, aim it right around here, and hope that the guard captain walks into it, which he should do, but... And then right around here should be reasonable. You stopped... Wait! That's like max range, though. You're going to have really bad accuracy there. That's going to be like 15 to hit. Oh, it was literally 0. Okay, yeah. You literally couldn't land that. Alright, kind of a weirdo, but sure. How's the range looking there? Okay, it's only from buffed evasion, so we're basically done here. We have no strike zone. I am not in JTAC. I think it is correct for me to step back and let these guys run up and be useless. Actually, I might just be able to straight up yield. No, wait, I'm going to kill this guy, right? This guy's annoying. I guess if I stand here, I'm also completely covered from these guys. They totally can't reach me. You're good at 50, which isn't too horrible for me. So I'm actually feeling good about standing here behind this cover and just shooting him. I think that's fine with him still holding Overwatch. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, let's do it. So we'll start full auto. It's actually, I think, technically correct to start single target here, since I have exactly 5 AP to spend. This has slightly higher shred chance on the individual shot. And it creates less recoil. Oh, turns out he's dead anyway. Okay. I get 1 AP to spare at the end. That's kind of nice. Down you go. Yeah, there's the shred. Great, thanks. So now where do I want to stand? Yeah, I can step out to get that shot. That would be okay. I mean, we'll just have to handle this side of things, right? Okay, I think standing back there is fine. We'll need to find some way to get back into JTAC, probably recasting, but I think for now it's okay. Alright, are you going to run into Overwatch? Yes, please hit. Thank you. Your turn is over. Time for the Street Warrior. Yeah, buddy. Screw you both. Didn't need all 3 shots. That's just fine. Okay. Well, definitely have some guards to kill. That's like the very edge of attack range, basically. Considering the amount of action points that I have... Oh, that actually does not look good. But yeah, I mean, the pathing is just... It's just that, right? She's got cover. She's under strike zone. Yeah, and I think no matter where I go, like, even that wouldn't be that much better. I'd be outside of JTAC. I think it's not calculating that. I think we just kind of throw the bullets down and do the best we can. We've got a decent chain debuffs on you. Obstruction is kind of annoying, but this is okay damage. We're definitely not shooting the sniper. expecting 2 bullets. We got 1 on a crit. That's not horrible. Initiative might be lower than hers, but the rest of the team gets to go. Okay, not bad. Hey, Snipe, if you don't hurry up and kill that Cyber Knight, we'll kill you too. And I'm like, hey, we've had enough words and missed shots, okay? Let's end this. And we can send you away. You just got some questions. Alright, I'll take my chances. I'm coming in. Let's get you out of there because you have been flanked. They got a sword guy. And they got another sword guy. Also a flanker. Is that a... I couldn't tell. Oh, they're just more, yeah, more street vendors. Okay. So, my sniper is not well equipped to deal with that much health. Thankfully, they don't have a lot of armor, and sniper rifles deal, you know, a bunch of flat damage. But we can look at the gear, right? It's like, yeah, level 1 street scout, level 1 slugger. I'm not allowed to use her healing or grenade. And so the like part of the consideration is like, okay, well, can I even leave? And the answer is not really no. Right? Like, the path away leads through them. And if I want to get out, I have to go down those steps. So, she's a bit isolated. It doesn't really matter which direction I try to go. My team is kind of in the middle no matter what. Looks like trying to leave tries to go to the left no matter which way it happens. So maybe this is like the faster way out. Regardless, I actually don't even have accuracy on the other one. So I'm just going to shoot towards the right side instead. Good, decent first shot. We get some crit chance. We get focus fire. We get bonus crit chance or hit chance from high ground. Okay, great. And then I feel like, you know, I might as well put you in an Overwatch cone. My turn's done anyway. Might as well get some damage. Okay, so am I worried about you guys? I mean, a little bit, especially with where you are. So I'm looking to make some forward progress. I would also like to get another J-Tac down, which you should have. Yes. I can't yield the right amount to make that happen. I can only yield down to 20, so he's got to waste his turn no matter what. I would like to hide from you reasonably. I only... shoot. So I'm 1 turn away from 2 marker sites. I also really want to full auto these idiots. I also want to kill you. So I think the play is Iron Grip for true damage. Or pure damage upgrade, I suppose. Hope that I land all 3. It's not likely. I did, in fact, get that. Switch to pistol, which is not horrible. I think I just have to marker sights you, even though I want to do the AoE here. This guy needs to die efficiently. Actually, no. You know what I can do? I can run up to here. Yeah, I'm going to run up to here. I'm off of J-Tac. It is what it is. I'm going to marker sights your whole group so I can debuff all 3 of them. Then I'm going to go ahead and just take one of these shots. That shot's not worth it. I'm going to save that for somebody else who doesn't have a shit ton of recoil. And just hit you, because it actually might land. And then I probably am going to need to go for Overwatch here. So let's just go for Overwatch. Let's actually double check some range stuff real quick. Optimal range 22, max range 25. Okay, let's short it a little bit then. I think going after you is not correct. We'll aim it at the easier to hit crew. I think aiming it right there is fine. 7-8 gets... Let's bring you a little bit closer. Let's also try to get line of sight on these guys. So if I stand here, for example... Now, the tough thing is actually the required reloads. If I only spend 1 AP, I have, you know, 1 shot, 1 reload. That's actually, I think, functional. But I think the end result is going to be... Yeah, it's just, you know, we got to clean up what we can. So it's just going to be from here. Their shot should land really well. It's actually a guaranteed glance at worst. So down they go. It actually was a glance. And then we don't have range for this. There's nothing I can really do about that. The best I have, I think, is actually trying to hide back and cover here. Turns out I probably shouldn't have run back as far as they did, but, you know, too late for that now. This flank guy we can slightly ignore for a little bit. As long as we get out from this location, we can kind of get away. And, again, this spot's also open, so we can try to get, like, more towards the front. If I stand here, right, then you can't shoot me, and that's functional. So I'm going to stand there. You got to clean this guy up. That's looking pretty reasonable. I think that's a very functional choice. Yep, down you go. Now, down to 3 AP. There's only so many guards left, which is good news. I'm not super confident in clearing those guys out, like, really efficiently. I think the play is just, like, actually run forward. Wait, why won't he... Oh, he really can't go out this way. That you have to go around. This is all rebar. Oh, this actually is, like, quite hard to navigate. If I go there, though, I'm not unhittable. This... If she goes to, like, there, that's a shot. If I go here... If I go like that, I'm unhittable. Do I want to be unhittable? Do I want to, like... I mean, I can't set up a trap. Like, not reliably. I don't have enough Overwatch charges. Well, I do. I do have Overwatch here. I could go for Overwatch on this. I would have some chance to miss because of them not being inside a strike zone, but I also really need to bail out my sniper here. And we can deal with the all the dodge chance later. So I'm actually really feeling going like this. Ignoring this street. Yeah, I think I'm going to go northern for a little bit and just kind of make forward progress. I think that's fine. It'll be okay, I guess. I also... Oh, actually, I want to put J-Tech down here to deal with this crew. That's the, you know, the largest number of kills that I need, and so... Let's pretty cleanly buff the squad, and then... Yeah, I think standing there is fine. Why do I forward progress? Make sure my sniper is safe. That's the important thing to me. Okay, so you didn't need Overwatch, as it turns out. I don't have the AP to go for almost anything good full auto. You've only got 2 shots yourself. This movement's going to be really crappy no matter what happens. This is, like, really unusable. If I go there, I'm pretty safe from you. And I get 1 shot here, which is... I mean, it's something. So you're going to be alone on the right-hand side. Everything is fine. And then you're going to play for this side with everyone else. Okay, we'll drop one of you. Now there's 2 bad guys and 2 Overwatch shots. They're not guaranteed to land, but at least we're in cover if they miss. If I want to be extra safe, I can try to go for Death Watch here. It'll be... It's not great, but it might work. Might as well try. Pistol misses. Second try. Okay, at least we ended your turn. Next guy might get in a Death Watch. We'll see. Yes! Oh, that is fortunate. Wow. That is awesome. All right, you're coming up on me. Thankfully, Rhino's initiative is still very, very good. Please land this. Yes. Okay. Okay, we are looking pretty safe. You should have a very hard time to hit me, by the way. Why are you... Okay, you know what? You do you, buddy. You do you. Alright, well. Here's a revolver. And the nice thing is, I've got 3 hits in a row, right? I'm hit streaked, so I've got decent crit chance here. Right? 9% from hit streak. Cool. I get guaranteed glancing hits. I'm actually inside optimal range, which means that's unfortunate. I could just run away. That would work, right? I don't necessarily run slower than this guy. And if all I want to do is group up with a team, that seems very, very functional. Right, like, let's just book it. You can try to follow me. You're not going to be good at it. I can go this way instead. I'm not sure if that's better or not. My instinct is going to go run down towards the truck. Yeah, let's run towards the middle so that I'm like, it's easy to group with the team. I don't need to fight that guy. I can run away. I got my first kill. Not getting that kill would have been a lot tougher. I'd have to try to get that kill with like only 2/3 to land it, which is not ideal. We at least get Tactical Surge back. I don't get to hit my entire team. That's fine though. So you're still marker sights, and this is J-Tac. So I'm probably going to run up here and just revolver a few times. This guy over here is just... I mean, eventually he'll move up and it'll be okay. Someone else can shoot at that guy. I don't need to do it with my Cyber Knight. I think this will be functional. It's not going to land everything, because you're in half cover, plus the evasion. Yeah. But we can throw enough damage on that it'll work eventually. Okay, or you just die first shot. Yeah, we take those. Yeah, no range here, so let's reload the assault rifle. Make some forward progress so we can get into attack range for a later turn. That seems fine. Yeah, great. Reloading here is correct. I think we go... Oh, we actually can't get it. Yeah, we still can't get a shot here. Ooh, maybe? Just barely right there. It's going to have some accuracy penalties from range, but it'll at least be functional. Decent chance to hit, actually. Yeah, thanks to JTAC, it's actually looking pretty good. Plus 20%. Pretty solid damage coming in. Alrighty, and then let's get you into buff range. Yeah, I'm not going to get it without just going this way. Okay, 2 single target shots it is then. Oh, I'm not in range yet, actually. Okay, let's go. Let's, you know, cut the range as much as I can. Looks reasonable. Okay, sweet. There's shot 1. And it is time for shot 2. Nice. The crit is good. Our sniper was safe. I guess, to be fair, I could have yielded and seen if my team was going to have the power to get rid of that anyway. You're obviously not dangerous yet, so we can just chill and let you go ahead and try. You're flanking. You sure are. Alright, I mean, you're in a real spot. Ooh, and this overall is actually good. That actually does matter because the rest of us are exposed and you can clearly get a shot here. So we can definitely get damage off this. So one possibility is go up here and shoot twice. That's not going to go very well. I don't have Overwatch charges or anything, so I think someone's likely to take damage here, which is really unfortunate, but there's no way around that. So I think the play is, let's see, if I end my turn now, I almost always beat you on the initiative roll, but I have to go very far to even get a shot on. And I'd like to be able to immediately full auto twice. So what I'm going to do is run to here, which allows me on, if I high roll, which is not that likely. It's like a coin flip, I think. It's much worse than a coin flip, actually. But if I high roll, I go first and can shoot right away. I high rolled, you gotta be kidding. And the buffs are back. That, I mean, it's just streamer luck, okay? It's just streamer luck. So 88 on the full auto. Oh, yeah. Surely you don't miss all 3 shots 65%. You, in fact, land maybe 1 or maybe 2. Wow. Okay, that actually went a lot cleaner than I expected. But to be fair, Overwatch is a really, really good talent. And I had it on most of my roster, right? Most of my roster had points in Sniper or Soldier or both. They had a lot of access to it. Even the Gunslinger had Link Watch going. I do want you here alive. I'm true to my word, alright? We'll put you up somewhere safe and we can talk. Alright. That is definitely the cleanest that mission has gone for me. And I've played it 3 times. This is the 3rd time. No bullet in the back of the head. Been hanging out with Octane too long. Rhino's been stashed in a safe place for now. We can start the next combo from our timeline. So Sparklight levels up. 135 XP for the mission. Cool stuff. This should get us close to PL3, but not quite there. Let's do a quick save. Yep, we'll just overwrite the slot. I like my safety saves when I can, in case I do something really stupid. So yeah, we have room in our barracks, and would you look at that, Rhino is a potential recruit here. Level 7 is kind of nice. It actually gets tied with, I guess, the high end of your squad, which is pretty good. So we'll be ready right away. Potential recruit. You can see that it gets a bunch of will, decent tech. 6 long-range accuracy and +1 initiative is honestly quite nice. If you're going to use a sniper rifle, 6 accuracy is a pretty big deal. Out to prove means more crit chance. Pretty sweet there as well. Marksman, more longer accuracy. Minus evasion is not a huge deal. Worth noting that, like, there's a ton of will here. I don't think will is all that important overall. Minus stress res, chance to gain stress is doubled. And by the way, will gives stress res, but like, alright, well, minus 15, we can make up for that a little bit over time from these traits. Like, these all go roughly +1 per level. Not quite, but they, they move in that direction. Yeah, our stress res is still going to suck. It's still, where is it? I mean, 30% for doubled, and then, right, -8 right there, yeah. But we do get a lot of ranged accuracy, +9, and we can get another, I think it's, this is going to be another +3 if we get to Marksman 4. So we get +12 long range accuracy. That's quite good. It really is good. It really is good. Anyway, yeah, let's chat. So you haven't killed me. Starting to come to grips with that. Was Octane involved? least we know who, yeah, how he died and who pulled the trigger. So, we can go through all these. What about its history? 3 years ago. Didn't know his past very much. Do you actually see Burner? Yeah, Quantum Riders are weird in this space. So how about Burner that work he did for Octane? We had good work. She had a plan. Ooh, spicy. Yep, Octane's a snake. Fair, true. Where you go after we split? Not a lot to run toward. I have nothing. Wait, do I have to go, though? I do actually... Oh, yeah. So, yeah, right. She said, I hit every time I want to, and then miss us every time because she wasn't trying to kill us. Yeah, we'd keep her head down around D Street. Alright. Let's before talking about that. I would say, yeah, welcome to the team. Let's recruit a powerful sniper. Great. So, worth noting, right? Because Faction Bard, you cannot run legwork near D Street. Understandable. Exiled, left D Street, Burnout Braid is unwilling to join any job working for D Street, so she would never go on any of Octane's heists, for example. She is ineligible for running stuff with Octane. Fair. This is actually a very useful trait for some legworks, the Under Navigator. This can matter here as well, Smuggler Roots, right? This is sometimes a tag that matters. Hates and wants revenge against Octane, right? Blames Octane for everything that went down. Hates, wants revenge against Ghoul, responsible for the death of the team. And then, yeah, of course, we know her backstory was... yeah, the team was led by Burner and wiped out by Ghoul. So these types of things are, if they add them over time, they can add story missions that look a lot like Sibling Breakout. So to like elaborate on this a little bit, right? They have like obvious actual storylines like we've been running where it's, you know, you get the spine implanted for Plan B, and then you run Haven Smokeout, a very specific mission for Octane against Ghoul, and then that eventually allows you to run, as we keep scrolling, Loophole Heist to pair the Q endpoint. Before you run those, you can run some legwork to say, do I want to talk to Ghoul or do I want to meet the sniper? And so you get this exact mission where you run High Street and you're like, hey, let's meet, you know, Burner's old sniper and chat with them, right? And so those are like very, very, very storyline stuff. And it's like this person has this job in exactly this way. And there are other missions like that. Down the line, there's going to be a mission called Cube Run for Centaur. There will eventually be a mission called Truck Job. For a new content we're going to meet, there'll eventually be a mission called Carnivore for someone we're going to meet, and it's like, oh, this person shows up, says, I have this job for you, let's do this thing. There are also sort of, you know, the purely procedure-generated stuff, like Brewery Incident, which is like, it says, here is a Kill 3 Captain's job, we'll pull one of your contacts to offer you the mission, he'll randomly choose secondary objectives sometimes, like this, if you complete it quickly, he'll pay you an extra, you know, 5% or whatever, 15%. You know, he'll pick the target faction, like these are just, you know, purely procedure generated. There's also a middle ground of, I guess, sort of quasi-story missions where they're one-offs, they're, you know, high-stakes missions, right? They don't get repeated, and it pulls at strings. So it says, hey, who's from the streets and has a sibling, right? Because the sister, in this case, was raised in the streets, which means you need somebody who was raised in the streets to be part of this. Who has an available sibling slot, which, by the way, that works here. He was raised in the streets, and up until now, didn't have a sibling. Jonas was raised in the streets and doesn't have a sibling. He is also an eligible option for that mission, and it will take anyone who's got the correct like level of tags and say, you've got a sibling who's in trouble, let's break them out. And so potentially, right, anyone who's got a trait buried a team, you know, I could totally see this be generated if, like, you run a mission, 3 of your mercs die, one of them get out, and it's like, oh, you know, Ripley went on a mission, everyone died except him, and he's buried a team. He was the only survivor. You know, this person led the team, and, you know, this was the faction we went against. Like, I could see that being generated somehow, or this feels like, to be fair, like, fairly specific, right? But these are the kind of things where it could be like, oh, yeah, let's make a revenge assassination mission show up. You know, she's gonna come up and be like, hey, I would like revenge against Ghoul. Can we do the revenge plot here? And, like, that would be the kind of thing that would kind of get built out, right? So, these are sort of traits that can build special missions and whatnot. Kind of cool stuff there. Similar stuff to if you look at contacts and you're like, oh, yeah, who's, you know, hey, we got some grudge things, right? Like, he might have missions based on grudges or whatever. He'll have specific legworks based on Dreams of Gleam. This, like, allows certain things to happen. Because Diego's a gunrunner, there's, like, certain missions that are available to gunrunners if they're on a power play, things like that. So that's all story engine content. As it stands, basically, we are, thankfully, no one got injured. So next thing up is going to be running Sibling Breakout to get ourselves to power level 3. Once that's done, we can run this probably as well. We can pop our bodyguard mission. I will try to do save loads. A new map came out today. So ideally, relatively soon, we're able to run such a mission. Again, I need to get PL3 first, so that not only does power level unlock new maps in some cases, but it increases the amount of XP and money you get per mission, so it's pretty important that I go to PL3. So I'm going to try to run either one of these. Will do it. Of course, I want the sibling when I can. I want the barracks upgraded so that we have space for the sibling, because now it's full again. That's going to be the hope, right? Is I've got a little bit of money. We're, you know, putting in some rooms here. There's no immediate rush because we're not going to get tokens in time regardless. But we're going to kind of run these, grab this mission, save load till we get the new map. And so that'll be kind of the next episode. Will probably be Sibling Breakout. It won't be this until I'm PL3. It might be Brewer Incident, though I kind of doubt it. So I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.